What's happening, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Grounded 2. So, the new update is on its way. It's called Beat the Heat. It's a new area to explore that's below the Toxic Tangle update area. You know, the veggie garden. It's below that. And there's going to be new ways to buff your buggies and a new park boss. So the new area is called the Sinkhole. It's a candy-inspired, alien-style sort of world that's found, I'm pretty certain it's in the Black Anthill, and Ominent has labs that have layers going down inside the labs where they've been doing all sorts of weird testing in there, infusing stuff with creatures. If you've done the Toxic Tangle update, you would have seen the ORGG mini-bosses. Now, what they are is they are infused with pumpkin seeds. And this is basically one of the concept arts that they come up with creatures infused with pumpkin seeds. But they thought, why not stop there? Why we should probably add like spicy to them to add different elements out in the world. So now this is concept art of what they come up with originally, but they decided to jam both of them together and come up with these monstrosities that look absolutely insane. So if you see these out in the world, they're going to be extremely dangerous, and each one of them will have their candy variants of like attacks, which will be very interesting to fight up against. But not only that, they also have this where they say you can upgrade your armors, you can upgrade your weapons, but now you can upgrade your buggies. So this is the concept art that they had for the different upgrade stations. Apparently this one was inspired by the movie Fly, which, you know, it's an old movie, but if you've seen it, if you know, you know. But yeah, they ended up going with this right here, which is the barrel. And they say you're supposed to be able to just jam your creature in, but I suppose with your beds, you can just put your creature in, so it'd be very similar to that. They do say it does have its own cool effect. And when you upgrade your creature, you'll know just by looking at it. You can see the OG saddle at the top. Then once you upgrade it once, it'll look like that. When you upgrade it twice, it'll look like the bottom one in the right-hand corner, which is pretty damn cool. Not only that, they have a new buggy variant, which is the Black Ant. So apparently it's got its all new own saddle. So as you can see, there's a bit of a saddle difference there. It's got new animations for like the way it attacks and everything. So it's its own variant, but you can still upgrade your other guy to like the red ant to similar to this. Now they have the new boss creature, the dozer. Now, as you can see, he's pretty mad. He is a giant lizard that seems to be infused with candy. I would say the hot cha-chas, due to the picture that they have here, the bit of a hint giving it away. So it'll be interesting to see what he does with the candy-infused elements put into him. Now, not only that, but of course they have a new armor set and a new weapon set all for this boss. So this armor set is inspired by the fighter armor style, basically. And this is a bit of concept art. They couldn't decide whether to go with the spiky helmet or the round helmet or, you know. But what they ended up going with was, of course, the spiky helmet. And these are the different color variants that they thought of. And they ended up going with the red, which I reckon looks absolutely awesome, especially if they add the glow effect like what they have on some of the new armor sets. I reckon that will look really, really cool. Now, weapon style, they were going to go with like fists, which I reckon would have matched pretty well with this, but they decided not to because they added something different, which I'll show you a little bit later on in the video. So these are some of the concept of the weapons that they thought of to come up with. Now, they've got everything from swords, like all sorts of stuff here, but they actually ended up going with the two-handed hammer infused with spicy. Now we don't have a weapon like this yet in the game, which is absolutely insane. So it'd be cool to see what we can do with this against certain creatures. You can also see with his shield, what they done was they used the side of the lizard as inspiration for the shield. So the shield actually has spice infused on it, and it has spikes sticking out of it. So they say if you perfect block with it, it'll actually do damage to animals and creatures that are in the world, which is absolutely insane. And it'll be interesting to see what they do with this going forwards in the future. Because if you've got spicy infused like shields, what's not to say they're going to have something else? Now, this is the reason why they didn't bring fist weapons, because they now have this new boxing gloves, which look absolutely insane. Of course, you know, where it comes from, the bug on the left, he's not too happy that his mate got turned into boxing gloves. And also, you know, just to point something out, where do your fists go in this thing, man? Like, I don't know, but it is pretty cool. I reckon this is going to be a good weapon for, like, multiplayer, you know, like getting the good old boxing matches and stuff like that. This has been the concept art that they had for it, which was pretty cool. I think it's just something new, something mad that they're going to add. Now, they want feedback for this, because it's coming to the public test branch first, and they want feedback on all the different things. Now, they say it's coming April 1st. Now, no jokes, they reckon it's definitely coming. Yeah, I'll be surprised if it's not, but they say it is. They say it is. So, not only that, it's coming April 1st, and also on Tuesday, March the 31st at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, that they have it on stream. They got brand new information all about this coming out the day before it. So, mate, this is going to be mad. I'm going to be covering this. It's going to be all over my channel. So smash the like button. Consider hitting that subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the next episode. See you later.